Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. ¿Qué onda, way? Here we go. The Bodega Cats. Cats. It's lit. All right. Coming at you from the Bodega. Yours truly, always modest, but confident nevertheless. 50 for Pchs.
Laureezy in the house with Pchs.
Yeah. And together, collectively, we are the Bodega Cats.
Bodega Cats.
So, for all you aisle kittens out there, podcast number 3 coming your way. The recap, because this is not only the last podcast of the year, we just started.
Goodbye, 2019.
This is the last podcast of the decade, bro.
Whoa.
So,
that's deep.
Yeah, even though it's only the third one, we're getting into a new decade.
Hey.
And we'll see how it goes, you know?
Follow us. Tell your friends.
Yes, please.
Cool.
The Bodega Cats, pretty soon we'll have our URL if we get subscribers, because we need some subscribers. And also we have the Bodega Cats SoundCloud account. Follow us on YouTube, _Bodega Cats altogether, because some asshole already picked our name. Just kidding. Because we might have to buy it from you if we get, because we're not going to get famous. We're just going to borrow it. And out of good faith, you should just give us the name.
Yeah, we are going to get famous.
We are the Bodega Cats.
We're cool.
But anyway, so
cool as shit.
Here we coming at you from this last podcast of 2019. I have a couple of things that I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to start with Laureezy was telling me about your sister, right?
Yeah, some shenanigans, if you will.
Is that okay to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I just won't mention.
I
went to a 50th year anniversary.
Okay.
For one of my siblings, and it was gold. Did you know that the 50 years
So
is
they've
gold?
been together for 50 years?
Yes.
What? How old are they?
She's about 14 years older than me.
Holy shit, but 50, wouldn't they have to be
they get
70 in their 70s?
No. They got married when they were like young.
Like 12?
No.
Because if you got married at 15.
Yeah.
And then 50 years, that makes you 65.
Yeah.
It's about right?
Yeah.
Wow. 50 years with the same person, bro.
I know. It's just like incredible.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just, that's unheard of and undoable nowadays.
I know, right? Some people don't even make it to 50 years.
50 days, bro.
50 days, right?
And then what happened?
Well, everything was cool. Mm-hmm. You know, the family was all there. And some in-laws were there, and there was an ex there.
Oh.
Yeah, and
So let me interrupt you and ask you this. Is this a white thing where exes are invited to holidays? Because I first heard it from somebody that was, let me not say, we both know her. I won't even say anything because any hint that I give you, everybody will know who she is. But this person was the first person that told me that her and her ex, they would go to trips together with the kids, but the kids were already adults. So them themselves had families. So it was this big old happy family that I don't know, because my asshole father's not around, but is this like a white thing where it's like everybody's invited?
I never thought about it like that, but maybe it is. I think it's more accepted within like Caucasian families, I guess.
Oh.
But it was just awkward because they were like group pictures, and they didn't get up and go get
Do they
pictures.
get along?
They didn't talk to each other.
Oh, so they don't get along.
Well, see, my sister's friends with her because...
Ex.
Yeah.
So your sister's friends with the ex.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know, that side of the family
there's children involved, I assume?
No.
No children involved.
No.
So she just showed up, the ex, because she's friends with your sister? See, that's on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if I show up to my ex's...
Because he cheated on her.
Ooh.
And with the person that this person is with, there's been like 4 others that he's like cheated on, and then... So, yeah. He's kind of a... Do
you feel that she is not over it, or why did she go?
Just because she's known my sister, and they're really good friends.
Was this it wasn't Christmas, was it?
It was on the 21st.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
that's when
those days are like because it was the anniversary party.
Yeah. Oh, in the 50th.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
To say no to your friend.
I mean, everyone was there except for my loser brother. Sorry. But he doesn't talk to me, so.
Oh, that's all right.
No names. But it was just weird. But it was like at a community center, and it was nice. They told stories about like how they
met,
how they
kept it together.
They influence like their siblings, and they have 3 children, so, and they have like dozens of grandchildren, so it was really nice, except for the ex thing. But even my nieces were like, "Isn't that the ex?" And they were like, "Oh yeah." Who invited her? My sister. So it was fun. We were like machismos.
Machistas?
Machistas?
Or chismosas?
Chismosas.
Machista is if you were being sexist against women. Chismosas is if you were being nosy.
Just nosy.
Okay, chismosas.
Yeah, okay.
Oh man. Well,
anyways, but it was crazy, fun. We had fun. We dance a little, and at the end it was so cute because my sister she likes Dirty Dancing and Patrick Swayze, and my brother-in-law. Oh yeah, my brother-in-law has a bad back, and he acted like he was gonna put her in the air, and my sister ran up to him, and they just danced. But it was cool. Cool. It was kind of corny, but so cute.
After 50 years,
I know.
Deserve corny.
I was like, is he gonna really lift her? Yeah. I mean, my sister's short, but I mean,
he's got a bad back. He shouldn't even be.
Yeah, he's had like 3 surgeries and
shit.
So yeah, it was cute. It was super cute. Like,
dang, 50 years. That's.
I know. Can you believe it?
I can't. I don't know.
That's as long as I've been alive.
I'm not even there yet. Holy
I was like
shit.
1 when they got married.
That's impressive.
So was my niece, because
you guys are on the same age.
She had a baby, not from him. Like, he adopted her.
Oh.
So.
Wow. She even had time to have a baby before him.
I know.
Holy shit. Back then they weren't. Yeah, right?
They're like,
I'm over here
boom,
like.
Boom, boom.
Not ready for kids. And she was like, bitch, you're almost 40. Some of my friends are like, you can still adopt. You're fucking crazy. Like, I would have to have a really, really good job for me to adopt at this age.
My nieces tell me that. They're like, you're 50, you can still have a baby. Because you go through you still have your menstrual period. They're like, you haven't gone through menopause? Like, I'm all fucking old and shit.
Is it about that, or is it about, are we able to, like, I can barely
I don't know, my eggs are old.
But granted, it's about that, but also picking up the kid, playing with the kid.
I know,
when they're like
I can't even sit on the floor.
Oh, I gotta tell you the story. It's a good segue. That children are difficult. So, my Christmas, I was with my little family, my small family keeps getting smaller, my mom says. But instead of the opposite, like a family should be getting bigger, But anyway, so I was there with my nephew, and so we played all night, and then we started watching Wonder Woman. And when I got there really early, and my mom did say that he wasn't feeling good, but he seemed fine to me. He was super happy, so cool. So then we watched Wonder Woman. Everything was cool. As soon as it was done, we just got up, and we weren't even going crazy. We were just doing like the Wonder Woman, like, and then I was on my knees, and he was standing right in front of me, and we were just playing. Then all of a sudden, he like grabs he grabbed his mouth, and I thought he was gonna, burp. So I was just like, all right. And then he grabbed me, and he started throwing up, and it was like a hose, bro. It like went straight to my face, onto my glasses. And then I'm not used to children or the puke. So I was like, So I pushed him a little bit, and I pushed his head down because he kept wanting to, like, he kept throwing up like projectile. It went from my forehead, my glasses, my face, all the way down to my torso. And as I'm doing this movement of like pushing him and putting his head down so he would throw up on the bottom and not like projectile status, it literally went all the way down my pants. And so now I'm covered, my face, my clothes, I'm covered in throw up. And he starts crying. And my parents and my brother super overprotective, and they grab him and they, take care of him. I hurt his feelings, I guess, because I pushed him. But I'm like, dude, I kept like gagging. I'm like, and I'm like, it's okay, mijo. It's like I threw up a little bit, and then I went and washed my face, took my clothes off, and put other clothes, and that was that. But holy shit, dude, that was rough.
Well, yeah, throw up in the face is right
in the face, bro.
Anybody, even if it's your like significant other, it's like,
ooh, no, I think it'd be. I think I prefer my nephew over a significant other. Like, I've held hair for bitches, a lot of them. I held their hair, but in the face, I don't know, bro. Yeah. And it was brown. It was like a reddish brown.
Okay, you don't have to tell me anymore.
So nasty.
Details.
Oh man,
I don't need the deets, man.
I gotta piss, bro. Fuck. But hold on, let me pause this for a second. A picture or video? We're back on. Picture, video. We're back on. Sorry, I had to had some beer. Just kidding, water.
We're just drinking water.
But yeah, so Christmas was good for both of us in different ways.
Yeah.
So that's good.
It was family filled.
Yeah. So
no drama.
No drama, a little bit of puke.
Slow kid.
You had a little bit of drama.
Yeah,
a little bit. And shit. But that was
really it didn't affect us.
If anything, it gave us a good story.
It was just funny.
So, did you want to talk about? Let's see, what can we talk about now? So, some of our podcasts are gone because. Well, we're just getting started, and we're using a lot of
technician,
our technical support.
Not doing their job.
They're not, which is me drunk after 11 p.m. So they're not doing the job. I can't say anything because
I'm just like, I look pretty.
Laureezy just produces the content. But anyway, one day we'll have people that know what they're doing, and they can edit this shit properly and not make our shit disappear. Shit. But so I just wanted to talk real quick, since just get it out of the way. So Eddi Murphy on SNL, that shit was cool. A lot of people were like, oh, it should have been, like, they want it raw. There is no way in hell that Eddi Murphy's going to produce this content that he produced in raw in now the Me Too movement era. And it's about to be 2020. He has a lot to lose, so
yeah.
No, I was happy. Did you watch it?
I had bits and pieces.
I thought it was all right. I mean, some of the sketches that he used to do, they just don't work anymore for the comedy that now works, the comedy that now people want. But I think
like the Mr.
Gumby, Mr. Rogers, that shit was cool. Like, he's not called Rogers, it's Mr. Thompson, Peterson, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
I can't
Mr. something, but that was funny. I thought the Gumby was hilarious. What else was pretty funny? There was a few ones that are funny, but I was happy with it. Some people were like that he sold out because he went back to the white man, and I'm like, I mean, for him, I see it as like when Kevin Hart wanted to be the host of the Oscars and that whole nonsense happened. If it's kind of like a goal or a life, like a stage that's a different level, a higher level as a comedian, as an actor, as an entertainer. Like Eddie Murphy, I feel like is the type of person that he just when he's on, he's on, you know?
Yeah.
And I thought he gave us, good stuff, and I was.
There's always gonna be haters, though.
Yeah, I mean the freaking Bill Cosby team. Did you see the letter that they put out after? Because he did a little joke about Bill Cosby. He said, I believe, now don't quote me, but I believe the joke went something like this. It was like, can you believe if somebody would have told me that by almost 2020, Bill Cosby would be in jail for being a rapist and that I would be America's dad or something like that, I wouldn't have believed it. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because he does have kids and he's now like, he does all those movies that are PG-13 or probably even lower,
I don't think he's selling out because, I mean, he appeals to, young people, African American people, Caucasian. I mean, I don't think he's selling out. Put that on me, bro. Yeah.
Laureezy getting like Miss Popular over here. I'm already having a hard time editing this fucking shit.
Put that on mute, bro.
No, but I see what you're saying. And I guess black people were like, he sold out. But what do you want? What do you want? You just want him on BET? Like, do you just want the minorities to follow him? Like you said, everybody loves Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I mean...
Coming to America 2 is coming out.
Oh, my God. Really?
That shit's gonna change the world because the new youngins, they don't know. They weren't outside when coming to America,
Yeah.
It's like we were outside. We want to watch that shit, yeah.
Martin Luther King. Hey. Martin Luther the King.
So blow. I love that. Shit, mira what I say. I tell you to put your shit on mute and... Just over here, like so unprofessional. But anyway, so it's perfect segue for us to talk about because I know at this point there's only one episode out of our podcast again because a lot of our shit got deleted and I'm having a hard time editing. So podcast number 2 should be on the way. Probably by the time you hear this, podcast number 2 is out because this is podcast number 3. But anyway, I talked a lot of shit about Lizzo in the previous podcast. And I was a little tipsy, but I do remember saying that if she was on SNL, that I guaranteed, and you didn't see it, right?
No.
And you haven't seen her performances? So I almost guaranteed, I believe, because I was drunk, I probably guaranteed it. Tipsy. That she was going to pull... crazy stunt, just kind of like the Laker game situation. And
like bare ass chaps.
I mean, I was gonna recap for those lazy motherfuckers that don't want to go back and listen to our first podcast. But yeah, so show her ass with the whole thing where I feel like anyway, go back and listen to that. I'm not gonna recap everything. But
yeah, listen to it.
Yeah, listen to her shit and like it.
Come on. We need followers.
So she did her first performance and she did I have an issue with this, but I get it, okay? She did that one... You know that song? The popular one.
The flip your hair... No.
I'm 100% that bitch.
Oh, yeah,
that one, right?
Yeah,
the one. So she did the one, which... How old is that fucking song? That has to be like at least 5-6 months old. You don't think? You're looking at me like
yeah. It's like
it's old as shit.
Older than that, probably.
So then you went on SNL and like you don't have any new content, like you don't have any new stuff, like what the shit? So first of all, I'm like, okay, so you're gonna cool. That's your most popular.
I like the album that she has. I mean, there's a lot.
And there's no more songs in there.
Yeah, I maybe it was like a sure thing or something.
Well, yes, of course you gotta go with the one hit Wonder, and I don't want to call her that because they're gonna. If
Well,
I
those
think
two
if I got
songs,
Lizzo
that
haters on the first episode, I'm getting Lizzo haters right now. But so anyway, she performs that one, right? And she's wearing a dress. It's a long dress with the opening on the leg, but still okay, right? So I'm like, oh fuck. So the first performance is over, and I'm like, she's gonna prove me wrong because I expected her to be ratchet, and she was like pretty classy. So then the second song, I don't know the second song, but she was wearing a tuxedo, full on tuxedo. And I'm like, all right,
I think I saw
gonna...
clips of that.
So then I thought, I'm going to come back on the pod and apologize. And then right at the end, she turns around. The whole back of the tuxedo was see-through. The whole back. And I was like, I knew it, bitch. I knew it.
Ass talk.
Yeah, it's like if she wouldn't have done that, she would have proved a lot of us wrong that we're like, why is she doing that? It's just for like attention or whatever. Obviously, you still needed a little bit of attention, so you showed your butt.
Maybe that's her thing, because she has that big butt,
a big old booty
statue. When she does her songs on, like, I think she did it on the Grammys.
Does it jiggle like the way you were just doing with your hands? Or
yeah. It's like, it's big.
Laureezy's like, she has a big, and she's like doing like a butt,
like the butt
form in her hands, but she's jiggling.
This is
like
a twerky butt hand.
It's like a twerky combination with jazz hands happening right now. For in case we don't get the video right, always. This twerky is what Laureezy's doing right now. Twerky butt.
Twerky butt hands. That's my unit.
Oh shit.
Twerky butt.
Well, anyway, I just wanted to bring up the fact that she didn't prove me wrong, and I knew she was gonna act up, which is fine. It was not that big of a deal. All I'm saying is that this is her this is her thing. It's like, look at me, look at my big, what'd you say? Twerky butt.
I guess, you know, you don't want to go where, like, okay, she's a big lady and she's just proud or
it's
something.
Not about that. I mean, okay, you just saying something important. It's kind of like the baby. He has a nice body, and if he was always taking off his shirt, even though it's not the same, I kind of feel the same about it, because it's that whole, just put your shirt on, bro. Like, we get it. Oh, did you see the baby's dick pic? I had to, because all the guys were talking about it. I'm like,
no, I'm still
talking about it.
Looking at, what's his face?
Steph Curry?
No.
God, you've missed a lot of dick pics.
I guess. I've been on vacation.
The baby, Steph Curry. Who else got exposed this week? Or last
is it
week?
Usher? No, it was the one you showed me.
Oh, you're still on Jason Derulo. Nah, that's old news, bro.
I was with babies. I couldn't be doing dick pics on the babies.
You know how hard it is to find? So I wake up and I go on my Twitter, right? Everybody's talking about, first was, who was the first one? There was a dick pic, and I'm like, where? Shit. Who did I just say? The baby, and who was the other one? Not Jason Derulo. Fuck. Anyway, I'll go back. But anyway, so I'm looking for the baby's dick pic, and I can't find it anywhere. So I'm like, you all really gonna make me go on Google and type the baby dick pic, don't you? And yeah, sure enough, I'm sure I'm some sort of list, like this weird lesbian that looks up dick pics and shit. So, because the reason why I heard of it,
lesbian list.
I saw like one of those pictures they put on Twitter where you can't really see much. So I was like, I got enough of a look. But then I was listening to a podcast, and they were going on and on about this dick, and one of the girls is like, it's not that impressive. So then the guy is like, holy shit, you don't think that's impressive? So now, Jesus Christ, my neighbor is so inconsiderate. And I hope you see this one day and hear this. You have no regard for life, or like a sense of a neighborly community. Jesus fucking Christ, can you close the door properly? It doesn't matter if she comes in from the front or the back. Fuck.
That's what she said.
But she's still super fucking loud. And then it's not enough. It's like she slams it 3 or 4 times. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, are you happy now that you woke us up? Like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, where were we?
Just talking about dick pics.
Oh, dick pics, yeah. So the baby, I went and I finally found it. I'm pretty impressed, bro. So
really,
yeah. So it was the Steph Curry. I was not able to find his. I think I wake up too late, and New York already has, what they're going on, what they're doing, and then they delete it and they make sure that Twitter doesn't go crazy and they get reported. So by the time that I wake up and I'm on that shit, it's gone. So Steph Curry, I wasn't able to see. The baby I saw, and yeah, that shit was massive to me. And who was the other one? I just told you because you were on the Jason Derulo thing, but so everybody had.
Did you hear what Kanye said about Steph Curry's dick pic?
What did he say?
That ain't Christ-like.
That ain't Christ-like? Like he actually.
Is he?
It's a joke.
Oh,
like, he didn't say that shit. I doubt that he said that shit. Kanye right now, he's on a. Ugh. It's so sad to have to close a decade with not wanting to talk about Kanye because, like, god damn, bro. I haven't listened to the new CD. I keep saying CD, like my nephew has no idea what I mean when I say that. I haven't listened to the new album, but from what I heard, the album is great with the exception of Kanye. So if they took Kanye's raps out, the album would be great, is what I heard. So I guess I can't judge until I hear it, but I don't want gospel music. I'm not gonna put that on my playlist. So if all you have to take out is Kanye, that's the whole reason why I would listen to it. So no, thank you. I don't want it. But anyway, so the baby dick pic, Steph Curry dick pic. So meanwhile, we're over here waiting for a fucking Rihanna promised us an album before the end of the year. And it's like, we don't get an album lick. Lick,
lick, lick, lick, lick, lick, lick, lick.
Shit, bro. Come on, piece of shit.
Dick
anyway,
pics.
fuck it. We don't get a Rihanna album leak. We don't get a Rihanna nudes. We don't get like nothing Rihanna. But meanwhile, we have the baby's dick, Steph Curry's dick, Jason Derulo's, hard dick. It's like, what the fuck, dude? So yeah, that's pretty sad. And Rihanna played with us. I hope you know. Like that was pretty fucked up of her to do this to us. And I get it, she has a lot going on, but geez, bro, we need you. We need you bad. But anyway, so let's move on from the dicks and the Riris. What else we got going on? So
Logan Paul sucking dick.
Thank you, Laureezy. That was my thing. That was another one that I didn't. Again, I couldn't find the video, and I didn't care that much. Like for the baby, I care. For this boy, I could care less if he sucks dick or not, or if he's good at it or not. But yeah, that was another one that was out. There's like all these leaks and all these things happening yet, but like no women. Like
well, Kim Kardashian is in blackface. Have you seen that?
Kim Kardashian's like, what have she not done?
That's true. Trump impeached.
I don't even want to touch on that because
I'm
hoping that we'll have good news the next. I know what we're going to talk about. So you see how we can do into our little segue here. We had like a laser or something, I believe, that we used in the past, but I don't remember what it was. It's not this, but let's see. Okay,
if
new
you want
segment.
to suck dick, let him suck dick. Well, you gotta judge. You gotta judge.
Oh shit! But so we're gonna go into another segment. Fashion by Laureezy. So anyway, Laureezy's our fashion expert, our fashion, fashion expert, fashion correspondent, and she wanted to talk about fashion like 5 podcasts ago, and I didn't know what to say. So there's this new trend
Okay.
that I thought it was a mistake, but then I saw it on TV and I just saw it. We were at Tractor Brewery, and as we're walking out, I look down, I look at the bar, and I look at the guy, and I look at his feet, and I'm like, is this a real thing? So they're tucking in their pants with their socks. But if they do it the way, like, if you are really, what do they call those? If you're a hipster, you have those old, nasty white socks that you probably
like
had that because you weren't privileged,
socks?
And I call them the white Mexican socks
with the stripes.
Just like regular white socks that look fucking gray because you have them forever. So I saw, who did I see? I saw somebody when I thought this can't be. Then I heard it on TV, and I'm like, okay, it must be like really young people. Then I saw Tyler, the Creator, and I'm like, that would be the one dude that, of course, would have this trend. And like I said, we were just leaving the brewer right now, and I looked down, and he didn't have those white socks, but he did have his pants tucked in the. And dude, I'm gonna have to do it for y'all here, but I'm wearing cool socks, so it's different. But it's like, nah, like this shouldn't be. Let me put it on the camera so you guys can get a picture. Look at that, bro.
Sushi.
It's like, and then again, my socks are cool. They're sushi socks, but these youngins, they have like these all nasty socks, and they're tucking them in their pants and their sweatpants. It's like, that's a trend I just can't fall.
Yeah,
for.
I see bikers do that so they don't get their pants. Like,
that's different. They have to.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't think it was
a thing.
Well, it's dumb. Laureezy gives the thumbs down with the socks.
And there you go, our fashion correspondent.
It's dumb. This is dumb. I mean, yeah.
Oh my Lord.
And I'm not like judging or anything. I mean,
bro, I just noticed something.
What?
Let me pause real quick. Here we go. Here we go. Technical difficulties. But we're back. Anyway, where were we?
Hello.
We were past the dick pics. We were past the throw up. Oh, we were past the fashion. Our fashion correspondent gave us. What'd you say?
The thumbs up. Dumb.
Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, that's dumb.
The socks. Yeah, the white socks. Maybe if they were cool socks.
Yeah, that could be a thing, right? Because
cool
socks were in for like the last couple of years, maybe the last 5 years that we were cool.
Unless you're a biker or something.
I just started getting cool fucking socks. Like now I have a good selection to where I don't have like just the 3. And now these little motherfuckers want to switch it to the old dirty socks that we used to have. Like when I was in Mexico, being super Mexican, that shit's not right.
Or like you went to gym class. Remember gym class? You had to go to gym class.
And there's a meme that's like, when you're Mexican and you're in gym class and the teacher's like, take off your shoes, and you remember all the holes in your sock. I'm like, oh fuck. And that's fucked up because I know Mexicans are not the only kids with holes in their socks. In general, kids,
Yeah.
It's like, what do you go, Mom, I got a hole in my sock. Not a lot of kids do that,
Yeah. Just make do. Yeah.
But anyway, so that's our little fashion segment there.
It's legit.
So you were, for some reason, wanted to talk about LeBron before. You know how I feel about him. But so Serena Williams and LeBron James were, I don't know how to say that, but they're the athletes of the decade. Which I have to agree, I don't like LeBron, and my reason is the whole people try to put him next to Jordan. He's not. I don't care.
No.
But I can see him being an athlete of the decade.
Yeah, I mean, I grudgingly give him props, but
yeah,
he's just, he's
very pretentious. And my whole problem, because okay, you could be pretentious and everything because you have every right to. You're an incredible athlete. You're doing really good for, kids. Like, it's not like you like Michael Jordan that he's just all about himself and shit. And, but dude, what's up with the hair? Like, why can't he just pay whatever he has to? And if not, then shave.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, why is he holding? Did you see that picture and this was recently that he was
I saw
playing?
him, he was talking about Brady. He said Brady was like
the best football.
He was a team player and it was selfless because I thought I saw the little quote and I thought it was LeBron talking about how selfless he was, but he was actually talking about Brady. And I thought that was cool. I was like, yeah.
And I mean, I get Brady. I'm not a big fan of him either, but it's hard to deny. I mean, he is an incredible athlete. The Dolls, Laureezy's Dolls.
I'm a Dolphin fan.
They just shitted on the Patriots.
Comeuppance.
Ooh, shit.
I have family members that like the Patriots.
Oh, yeah. I have family members that like the Patriots. The Mexican family members that love the Patriots.
And Cowboy fans.
Ugh, the Cowboys shitting on my team, so I can't talk shit. But you, the Dolls.
The Dolls. I love them.
And we'll talk.
I've been a fan of the Dolphins since I was in middle school. Because I like the Dolphins. But.
Just because you like the mascot?
Well, I mean, I just like the team because
the colors.
But I like the team. I like the players, and ever since I was more of a basketball fan though.
¿Qué quieres? My kitty. Well, I've heard that most women pick their teams by the colors and by the mascot. So that's why I asked. Because
well, it might have been
that's a thing.
When I was not into really football as a middle schooler.
Yeah, I picked my story.
But I've stayed true to them. I have jerseys and
that's the thing.
Dolphin.
That if you're not what do they call those fans? Those
fair weathered fans or
whores.
Whores. Yeah, they just go for the winning team. Oh, I like the.
One of my friends tells my ex, I was like, she doesn't really have a team. Like, she likes this, and now this year she likes this, and he's cooking, and he's all, oh, so you're a whore. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So my basketball team, my football team, I don't watch baseball that much, but I will never switch teams. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I might root for
bandwagon, something like that.
Yeah, they get on the bandwagon because they're winning the playoffs, or they're
like the Raptors last year. Yeah, everybody was a Raptor fan all of a sudden, and they love Drake and they love Canada.
I've always liked San Antonio Spurs. The Phoenix,
that's my brother's team.
Phoenix Suns.
The Phoenix, are they still?
I don't know.
Suns? I don't think so. I don't think there's a team now anymore. The Suns.
Is there not? I see.
I don't know, but
they haven't been in any of
Nah, I think the Phoenix Suns.
I got rid of my TV,
just like
so I have to watch it on the internet. So,
but yeah, whoever has these stickers now, I think you're just cool. Nah, dude, Phoenix Suns. 11 in the Western Conference. Oh, okay.
Phoenix Suns.
January 1st, they play
Phoenix.
The Lakers.
They
This is definitely not a sports podcast, so I know everybody's cringing right now with our analytics on sports.
I know. I'm like,
both of our teams are and it is what it is.
I can't tell you stats or anything.
I just barely learned some things I'm not willing to share right now, but I'm like, well, that's what that means.
Basketball, I know how. You have
basketball, I think it's even more difficult, the rules.
I know, but I played basketball.
Yeah, there's one. Yeah, I guess.
But high school basketball, where the rules are different. But no, they've changed so many rules and
it's easier in high school and college.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, in the end.
Good double dribble.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. LeBron does
I remember
that.
in middle school I was playing and I ran to the wrong basket.
Oh, fuck.
And the one time I make a basket for the other team, I feel like
sucks.
My team members were like, the hell?
You forgot or what?
I don't know. I just got excited because I had the ball. I was like, oh. I was like,
let me put it in a basket.
12. Come on, give me a break.
I get mad when I see the little 6-year-olds not knowing how to hit the soccer ball. I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, they're 6.
I know. Fuck. Then
Soccer's
get out of the
hard.
field. Get out of the field.
For a 6-year-old. I could barely play soccer when I was like 12.
It's just kicking the ball with your feet.
No, but you gotta be.
Yeah, you gotta be good.
You gotta be like
at that
defense.
age, as long as you're kicking, you're good at that age.
Yeah.
Once you're older, you gotta defend. You can't just kick the ball. You have to have control over it.
Yeah, very,
but as a kid, just kick the ball to the other side, and most likely you'll win.
That's why they made me team manager after. Like I was a sophomore. They're like, we're just gonna have you do stats.
We have a new position. It's called.
We want you to be on the team, but basketball, you're not really talented. So, or I could dribble and all that, but I just wasn't aggressive. Like I'd be scared because some of these ladies are freaking monster. Like they come at you all mean, and I'm like.
And see, I wasn't afraid of that because I've always played with boys. So when I came here to the U.S. and PE, it was just the girls. I was killing it because they weren't. I wasn't afraid. I was so used to being like manhandled by.
Especially like when I played in Roswell.
Oh, but you're talking about the real thing. Like I'm talking about just PE.
But the team from Hobbs and Clovis, those
were the teams
mean ass. Well, we never beat them because they were way better, and they were just aggressive as AF. And I was scared. I was like, "Oh, they're gonna beat me up." I was just a little white kid.
They're probably a bunch of dykes.
I didn't say that. They probably. I know my coach liked the women.
Oh yeah, they're probably sporty and shit.
Well, I wasn't trying to be like
checking them out,
racist or anything.
But
I think she said, my partner, and so we knew that she was gay.
Your coach?
Yeah, coach.
Oh shit!
She was a lady.
Oh.
And
she was a lesbian.
She wasn't a femme.
Well, I can't imagine a coach, even if she was not.
Well, the stereotypes. If you're a coach, then you must be
butch,
lesbian or whatever, or even sports in general. If women are in sports,
that's true.
There's like a stereotype.
There's this commercial, and I don't know. She must be because she's wearing the female U.S. Soccer team.
Because you can't be a girl and be aggressive.
Well, the commercial, I don't know if you've seen the commercial. The commercial starts with they're getting married, her and this dude. And she looks beautiful in her wedding dress. And as they're walking out, once they get married, they start racing. So they start running. And from there, the whole commercial is them trying to beat each other. So to me, the whole concept of the commercial is that they're very competitive with each other. So yeah, she's beating him at running, at like throwing football, stuff like that. And at the end, they show him as a goalie, and she's wearing the U.S. Soccer team uniform. So she must be part of the team. I don't know the team anymore. Ever since Mia Hamm, you can tell how old I am, but ever since Mia Hamm, I don't really follow. I know last year the player that was a lesbian and she got I don't know, it was just controversy and I was just being a chismosa. That's why I knew. But so this girl, my whole point of this commercial is that the last scene when she has the soccer uniform, she looks like a dyke. But before, I never even thought that because she's in her wedding dress and then she's competing with him in like yoga pants and stuff. But once she puts the soccer team and she has the little, that ponytail up high, that means like I'm gay, don't fuck with me. Like all the hair pulled to the back and then you just got the ponytail, the lesbian ponytail. And she has, I think, a headband too. And with the soccer uniform, I'm like, dang, she looks like a dyke. So I could see how just by you wearing something sporty, you automatically, it takes a lot of your femininity away.
Right. And it's that whole gender thing, you know. George Michael and remember Wham, everyone thought he was gay, but like I grew up in a small town and I didn't know he was gay.
Damn.
Because until I saw videos and then I was like...
Because he got caught in the bathroom.
I think I heard that. But it didn't just because...
They set him up.
Oh, really?
A cop in the bathroom offered him some head or something or vice versa.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah. And then they arrested him. And it's like, the fuck, bro? Are you kidding
arrested him for...
Because soliciting...
Oh, like a prostitute?
But the cop set him up.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
We didn't have internet there or something.
Well, we didn't have internet, but in Mexico, we always knew of... when it was something like that, people were quick to judge it so that the rest of us, we would hear it the way that society wanted us to hear it, kind of. And I say that because with Madonna, it was the same thing. It was like, oh, she's from the devil. She has sex with animals. Like
she did that video with the...
With the Black Jesus?
Yeah.
I think that's why it was, but we didn't know that. So all we know in Mexico is that there's this crazy bitch with cone bra that sleeps with animals and shit. So from a video of her kissing a black man that was portraying Jesus, the Mexicans took it like she's a pervert, she's this, she's that. Yeah. So that's how for us, George Michael, it was kind of like he's gay. And then, we heard, but the news, I don't know how I knew, but maybe because he's gay and I'm biased and I, find out more information about them. But yeah, he got set up in the bathroom and it's like, that's so fucked up, dude. Like, you're the one that... Nah, I don't think so. What the fuck was George Michael doing in McDonald's?
A Burger King bathroom. I don't know.
I don't think George Michael ever had McDonald's in his life.
You don't think so?
Nah, he was fit, wasn't he? He was too
Wake
pretty.
Me up before you go.
That skin?
Give me McDonald's.
Like, he was...
I know.
He's dead, right?
Yeah, he died.
Of what? AIDS? Here I am judging. He was gay, right? So he died of AIDS. Was it AIDS?
Yeah.
Was it AIDS? It was AIDS.
I can't remember. AIDS.
I don't know. Poor George Michael. Rest in peace.
I love his songs.
My brother reminded me.
I'm never gonna dance again. This guilty feet have got no rhythm. Remember?
Yes, of course.
Well, that song.
I don't know it, but I know what you're talking about.
People make fun of me because I listen to George Michael. Wham.
Why would they make fun of you?
Because, I don't know.
Because they were gay? Because he was gay?
The 80s.
Is it gay?
I still listen
to... Are you gay? Is it gay?
Probably. All those people were gay and I didn't know. I just listened to their music. I didn't care what sexual orientation they were.
I mean, what does it matter?
Why you gotta hate?
What does it matter, I said? What does it matter?
What is it? What does it matter?
What is the deal with peanuts? Anyway, my brother reminded me that I actually performed during a Pride festival here in Albuquerque. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, really? Are you that much of a pothead that you don't remember that you did this? And I'm like, oh shit, I was a backup dancer for this drag king. And she, this is a hard one because back then she was a lesbian who used to drag as a man, but then he is a transgender person F to M. I hope I said that correct. I'm sorry.
He died of fatty liver disease.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't eat well. Or he
ate a lot of dick.
Big fat dick.
He ate a lot of that baby dick.
I understand that.
Anyway, so I was a backup dancer for her back then, him now, and he was George Michael. and we were dressed as cops.
Oh.
Me and the other girl. And I totally forgot that shit. I'm like, I can't believe I forgot that.
Are you such a pothead? You can't remember?
That's what my brother said, but I was in my cop outfit. I remember the reason why I have a BB gun till this day is because of that. I bought it, and I was looking badass, and we did a badass performance, I think. I don't know if it was even recorded, but somebody asked me recently, have you ever been in one of the floats? Because I've always wanted to be a dyke on bike. I just don't have a bicycle, motorcycle, and I don't have a license to drive one, even if one of you guys was gonna let me borrow it. But so I've always wanted to be a dyke on bike. I'm gonna do it. It's in my bucket list. Before I die, I will be a dyke on bike. I've been offered a lot of times to ride bitch. Fuck no, I will never. Like, you fucking bitches are crazy if you think I'm gonna get behind you on a bike. But anyway, so I'm like, one day, I haven't been in a float, but one day I'll be a dyke on bike. And my brother's like, well, you perform at the actual parade. And I'm like, wait, what? So he reminded me of that shit. But yeah, I totally forgot. But rest in peace, George Michael. And
I don't know why he came to my mind.
I forgot why, but let me see what else is on the docket.
The docket.
Talk about Serena. So Obama put his top 10 movies. Let me tell you what. Did you see it? Let me tell you what he picked, because I've only seen 3. No, lies. I've only seen one thing, and 2 others. I have it on my account on my queue. But okay, so American Factory, favorite movie, American Factory. Do you even know what that is? Me neither. Amazing Grace. Movie.
I've never seen it.
Laureezy is looking at me like Apollo 11. I've seen Apollo 13. That's an oldest movie.
I haven't seen.
Ash is purest white.
What?
Atlantics. Birds of Passage. Stop me if you've seen it. Booksmart. Diane. The Farewell. Ford versus Ferrari. I've heard of that one, but I've never seen it.
I've seen it. I haven't seen it either.
The Irishman. So this one, I have it in my queue. I really want to see it, but you know my issues with my TV, so I haven't seen that. But that one I want to see. I heard is fantastic. Just Mercy? Don't even know what that is. The Last Black Man in San Francisco. I think I've heard of this, but I think it was an indie movie that we didn't have access to. Unfortunately, being in Albuquerque, New Mexico, one of the pros is that you are secluded from the world, but that's also a con because we can never have. What the fuck? Are you watching porn? Maurice is watching porn on her phone right now.
No,
guy porn, I must say. Guy on guy porn.
I was just trying to find some dick pics.
Oh, shit. Anyway, Little Women. I heard about that one, but I didn't see it. I know there's a book.
I saw the first one, like the old one.
I bet
with Winona Ryder.
I think this is a new one. Marriage Story. That's on my queue because I heard it was really good, but I haven't seen it. Parasite. I don't know what that is. The Souvenir. I don't know. Transit. No. See, this is weird. Wow. And then he has a quick list of TV shows that he consider as powerful as the movies. Fleabag season 2. I watched that. That was really good. Unbelievable. I have no idea what it is. And Watchmen. Did you start watching Watchmen?
Yeah, it's good.
I don't have access to that, but I heard it was really good. So literally it's like, dang, Obama is so much cooler than us, you know? But, and then he put out music, and that was even more. So I'm not going to go over every single one because there's a lot. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24, plus. There's about 35 things in here. So 35 songs.
Dang.
Out of 35, I know 3. I know The London, Middle Child, La Vida es un Carnaval, but he put that it was by Angelique Kidjo. So it must be a remix of the, what's the Queen of Carnaval called? The Cuban? Celia Cruz. It must be a remix of Celia Cruz because that's her song. And then search the baby. Shook the baby. That's a lot of the baby talk for us. They're gonna put us on a list. So yeah, it just showed me that Obama's way more cooler than both of us put together.
I miss him.
I do too. So I only got a couple more things in here, but let's just get into, there's a few things that I want to get into. I want to say a quick story. Let me see. What do we do first? Because I want to talk about the Little Red Airline Blanket. And I also want to talk about the New Year's kiss from a guy. And I also want to talk about my mom watching. I'll just start with this. So we were watching a movie. When you watch a movie that's rated R with your parents and you're an adult, and finally it's super awkward sometimes if there's sex scenes. So we were watching a movie, my dad, my brother, my mom, and I, and there's a sex scene. And we're all quiet because my mom's very, she's a good girl. So, so we're watching, and I'm probably dirtier than my brother, and my dad put together, so my stepdad. So we're watching, and all of a sudden, the man starts choking the woman, right, and gets super hot, and my mom starts freaking out. Ay, Dios mío! I'm like, it's okay, Mom. I think she likes it. Why is he doing that?
Oh no!
So we're like, he's killing her. Sorry.
Where's your brother?
We're just literally just looking forward, trying not, please let the scene be over. And then, and once it's over, she's like, he's a pervert. It's like a fantastic sex to me, but to my mother, that was a lot. So anyway, I wanted to get that in there, but I also wanted to talk about the New Year's kiss, and then we'll finish with the Little Red Airline Blanket. But so I was telling Laureezy, tomorrow is New Year's Eve. I don't know when this is gonna be, be out because the editing. Sometime in February. Future. Nah, just kidding. Sometime in 2020. But anyway, so I was telling her that we need to have a good New Year's because it's the end of the decade. It's the end of it's 2020, dude. Can you realize the last 20 years have been super important in the world? And when I say that, I just mean anybody that's a teenager didn't get to experience that. Anybody that's, a kid, or if you are too old where you can't, So right now, our generation, around our age, is people that we actually got to see a lot. And I actually have a thing saved here of everything that actually maybe not you, because you're past. Well, I don't know if you want to say how old you are, but
I don't care.
Oh, okay. So
I'm not a baby boomer.
I was gonna say past 40, but I didn't know if you wanted me to say that. But anyway, I have this thing. It's super cool. Give me just a second to find it real quick. So it was something to do with everything that we've. Okay, so if you were born in the 80s, which is me, and raised in the 90s, and make it to 2020. You have lived in 4 different decades, 2 different centuries, 2 different millennia, and you're not even 40. So when I saw that, I'm like, holy shit, this is huge. So look at this. So I told Laureezy that we really gotta celebrate and just not go crazy, but we'll talk about previous experiences we had, including last year, and we'll talk about that shit. I almost got crushed. Crushed. Anyway, CRU
crushed.
SAH. Crushed.
Crush it.
Crushed.
Don't crush it.
ED. So anyway, my whole point of this was we'll edit all those anyways. So I went, what was it, like about 4 years ago, I was with a homie at a bar here downtown for New Year's. And we're having a good time. We're playing pool. We're like, chilling. It's just him and me, myself. We're homies and whatever. And then we always met people and we just friended people. We're naturally just like, social people. So we friended a couple of dudes, I believe. And we were just chatting and everything. I just thought, I'm usually one of the guys, so I didn't think much of it. Then New Year's, and I know he's not going to like this, and I'm sorry to his girlfriend, but he had a past, Jesus Christ. Like, we all had a life before, whatever. But he ended up hooking up with this chick. I forgot if he brought her or if he just met her there. I forgot. But anyway, so he was doing his thing. So when New Year's hit, I was like, hey, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. So my homeboy was busy. So I turned to, the homeboy that we had just met. Happy New Year. And he comes at me and with the hug. So I hugged him. And then he grabs my face and he's going to kiss me in the mouth. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? What's wrong with you? And he's like, oh, I thought we were having a moment. I'm gay, bro. And he's like, yeah, but I thought we were having a moment. I'm like, what the hell, bro? So I was like, what is this? So I was telling Laureezy, at this point, shit, I'll take that shit tomorrow. Some fucking weirdo wants to kiss me in the mouth. Fuck it, bro. That's fine. It's either him or Tenoch.
But we had a moment.
I want to have a moment again. So hopefully we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I almost got kissed by a dude on New Year's. And yeah, that was crazy. But I do want to talk about the Little Red Airline Blanket, homie. And I forgot how we got to this. Was it because... what happens when we drink too much and you spend the night? Okay. Talk about that.
Usually have too many beers and I don't want to drive or Uber, so. But homegirl passes out before she gives me a blanket, usually. And I'm all like, I get toilet paper and I cover myself with the little tiny pillows. So she's been cool because I gave her shit about... one time, she gave me a little red blanket. Or no, I think it was just here. It was on top of the couch.
It's just there. It was actually my cat's blanket.
It's her cat's blanket now.
And she didn't even use it.
So I'm like, it's tiny. It's like that little. And
it's a Little Red Airline Blanket.
Little, yeah. So it covered
Don't say the airline.
I think it covered my top half. Maybe.
Tits.
One boob or something.
If you listen to our first podcast, it barely covers her butt.
It was colder than a witch's titty. And I'm like... And the next morning, she's like, oh, dude, I didn't leave you a blanket. Now she leaves me a blanket, but it was pitiful.
Then you said that you even take over the couch, too.
Oh, yeah. So she passes out, and I'm not like on half the couch, and I'm like, you have a bed, go to your bed, so I can, at least put my feet up or something. And then I'm sleeping, and she's still there, and she yells out, and I'm like, what the hell? And she wakes me up, and I'm like, go to bed, what are you saying? And you went back to sleep. I didn't think you knew what you were saying, but I was like, damn, bitch. Because I'm like on the couch and my feet are sticking out, and finally she goes to bed. And then she did leave me a book. She covered me up before she went to her bed.
Because I don't know if it's recording.
It's not recording?
It was, but all of a sudden it went to sleep, and no, it is. But I was going to say...
but so I give her shit.
First of all, the couch is not even big enough for someone to actually sleep comfortably, much less two people without blankets.
She was all comfy with their feet up.
Dude, I'm sorry. I
could have slept on the floor.
Friend. Oh, see? I just said I'm a terrible friend. I'm a terrible friend.
No. But now you're like, if I ever pass out, here are the blankets.
Oh, and you should see, I clean while you were gone. Laureezy was gone. That's why we weren't potting. And
She's all sad.
We're back to potting. That was sad. I needed to pod with my homie.
She's like, when are you coming back? You need to pod.
I really need to pod. I need to tell you about some stuff.
Potting? What are you?
I got ghosted while Laureezy was gone. That was a new experience.
Wow.
I'm not going to talk about it. More than humbling, it was like, you go crazy with that shit. I can see how young people have it really hard, you know? I only have a few years to date because if it doesn't work out in a few years, I'm done, bro. But dang, that shit was humbling is a word, I guess. Not really.
Well,
it wasn't humbling.
It
wasn't humbling.
I don't know what to do.
Well, you guys seem like you got it going on and shit. Like, I'm about to join Match.com and shit.
Rebel Wilson is the...
yeah, that's why I saw it. I'm like,
Match.
this bitch.
How to get romantical with your...
Because there's one where they don't like gays and there's one that they do accept us.
It's like...
I know Christian Mingle. True Harmony. That one doesn't like gays and they don't let us. But Match does. But I gotta tell you that once it gets to like put password and like nah, I'm like nah, I'm good.
I get Zeus.
Oh, I've heard of that. And I don't know.
There's a bunch out there now.
Yeah. Well, that was all I had, I believe. I don't think I have anything. I wanted to talk about the Peloton lady, but you probably haven't seen that commercial.
Yes,
you
I
have? Okay. I just wish her well. Hope she's doing all right.
Peloton.
That shit was weird. And then a friend of mine told me that, what did her husband gifted her? Something that had to do with fitness. And I was like, oh, dude, you're the real life Mexican Peloton lady? She was like, what's that? So I had to explain the whole thing. And I'm like, it's not funny anymore. But now I'm worried about her. Now I'm wondering, I told her, you better keep your progress for a whole fucking year and show your man next December 2020, the progress that you've done with this gift. And she laughed. Obviously, I'm being...
Yeah.
Machista.
All my family was talking about that.
Really? Yeah. Did you see that Ryan Reynolds used the same actress for a commercial? Did you see that? Mm-hmm. Where they're drinking and the girlfriends are like, are you okay? That was pretty clever. Really, really clever. But yeah, so the Peloton lady, I had Tekashi. I don't know what to say. It's pretty embarrassing. I was telling my brother, not only is it embarrassing that, well, he's Mexican and he's a snitch, which is already bad, but for a Mexican, and too, a white person to try to be in or part of the culture, we're already looked at like that we don't belong there because it's only for African Americans. But and I could tell I'm not drunk because I was very politically correct just there. But
snitches get stitches.
Well, it's already hard for us to be accepted, and as I feel like when it comes to the culture, Laureezy and I know a lot about it. Like, we're in it, we live it, we love it, and she's white, I'm brown, but it doesn't take away, that we love it, even if we're not part of it or accepted. So this little motherfucker, he gets in, and first of all, they allow him to use the N-word, which is already like, oh shit, that's it's very sensitive. But he got a pass, and people say you can get a pass from anybody, because I have homies. I used to be referred to as N-word Peach. So my homie would be like, "Hey, N-word Peach, what's up?" She's black, so she was able to say it. So let's cut it there. But anyway, so you can get a pass from anywhere. It doesn't mean that, like, if this woman saw me at work, she wouldn't refer to me like that, or right. So
it has to be like in a context.
And also, I work with some black people, so I'm not about to have them look at me sideways like, what the fuck, this brown person, And I'm not. Anyway, just to make a long story less long. Shit. See, it went away. So anyway, so this motherfucker, he's like just throwing the N-word out there. It seems like he was allowed and everything's cool and, you know, they love him. So I'm like, all right, cool. But then this happens. And now it's like not only embarrassing. Obviously, you think he doesn't have that past anymore. Like, you know, if he says the N-word, like he's going to be, I mean,
yeah,
that's the least of his worries right now, honestly. But there was a story that, or on the Breakfast Club, he wanted to do an interview, and he really thought he was going to come out this Christmas, you know, this December. I believe he got 24 months or something like that. I don't know if already with time served or if he has to do these 2 years extra. But anyway, it's just like I'm already taking too long talking about this pendejo because he fucked up. He really fucked up, and now like that he wants to do an interview with them, and I guess the Breakfast Club said no. Which good for them, you know, because there's already a bunch of people that are going to pick up the story, that are going to play his music, that are going to, the label's already putting money behind him, and what are you guys doing? Like that, this little kid, and I feel bad for him because he seemed like, he seemed cool, like we could have partied with him type of little, you know, punk that is probably fun to hang out with. I liked his confidence, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a couple of his songs on my playlist, especially the Nicki one, of course. But yeah, now it's like, dude, it's like you shitting on yourself, that it's gonna be rough, you know. But other people say that we're just old and we don't know what new times. He's just gonna come out and he's gonna be fine and everybody's gonna love him, and we're the stupid ones because we're old school and we think, oh, he cannot come back from this, but he might. And to be honest, you give that little Tekashi what's his name, Daniel Hernandez, you give him a reality show, everybody's gonna watch that shit. Yeah. You know, I got my guilty pleasures. I won't talk about it right now, but they're pretty obvious. And I love that shit. I gotta see that every fucking Monday. There I am. But yeah, so that was just my little spiel, my little thing on Tekashi. He was a big part of this last end of the decade. Not the decade. He doesn't deserve to be put that much, but this last year, right? Was it 2018, 2019 that he was pretty much all over the place. Not all over the place, but all over. But yeah, so that is what it is. You got anything else, homie?
No, I think I have exhausted
your notes, your topics.
My topics.
You don't got anything on fashion?
It's dumb.
It is dumb. It is dumb.
Well, I was just gonna talk about fashion, just like do what feels good to you, what looks good to you. And I wouldn't necessarily like follow every trend, but I mean, I can't afford to buy, new duds. Yeah. Much less, shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
So
these Adidas I'm wearing, they're like a decade old, and I know I need new ones, but fuck yeah, they work.
I mean, that's a fashion, like.
And nowadays with these dirty ass socks tucked in, I bet I can wear these motherfuckers for 10 more years.
Yeah.
My toes are gonna come out and be like, oh, that's in. That's what the kids are gonna say. If 2 toes come out, that's even better.
I remember when like ripped jeans were like, how it's like.
Even if they were that type of blue that it's not clean, you would look like, you're wearing dirt. Like those jeans are not for this or for that. You know?
I remember my mom was like, you can't wear those. Those have holes. That's tacky. And I'm like, Mom, it's the fashion. And
it got from that ripped to like the fucking trash ass shirts like that Kanye West makes. That they don't look like cute rips. They look like. You found those at the, what's that store called? Fallas Paredes or some shit? What the fuck? You can find, in case you guys want like cheap Kanye merch, go to Fallas Paredes in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and you'll find yourself some of that shit.
For $5 you get a shirt.
You come to the bodega and I'll put more holes in there for you.
And those jeans, if you look at those jeans that have all those rips, like $100.
Yep.
For a pair of ripped jeans.
Yep.
I'm like, what the?
I don't know what the deal is, bro.
I don't get that. Like, I don't care. I mean, yeah, I'm older than people out there, but
still, I guess it sucks because we'll never know that whole, everybody does that. Like, you get old and you just don't get it.
They sound like my parents. They sound like your parents.
I guess we do, but it's like, what are you guys doing with those damn socks?
I have to pay my own mortgage now.
Grown-ups.
I know. Adulting.
Adulting.
You have to do it.
I like that. I have grown-up talk in a lot of the summaries of what our podcast is about. I'm going to switch it to adulting.
We're
adulting. We're trying really hard.
And, I mean, you don't have to be, like, straight-laced or anything, but you
have to be what?
Straight-laced.
Oh, I was going to be like, I can't.
Straight-laced.
I tried it before, I can't.
Isn't that funny? Where does that come from? Straight?
I've never heard it.
Lace. Really?
Yeah. Oh, I got a new word.
Like they're by the book kind of.
Straight lace. That's a phrase.
Yeah.
Straight lace.
You never heard that?
No. So.
I don't think it really means
archetypal.
like.
Archetypal?
What do you mean?
The word. Archetypal? Is that how you pronounce it? Let me see. Archetypal. So, I have never heard that word before.
Straight lace. It does. I never took it as like straight gay, but just like you were by the book, not like. I never thought of it as your sexual orientation when I say straight laced.
Oh yeah, I was just kidding. I mean, a lot of people are like, go straight here, and I'm always like, no, I'll go forward. This is the word. Let's see if. Archetype. The original pattern or model of which all things of the same type are representations or copy.
Archetype.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a segment we're gonna have new words. I'm just kidding. I'm fascinated by new words. And
archetype or straight lace?
Straight lace is a phrase I've never heard before, and I probably won't use it again. But
use it in a sentence.
That's like when I heard plethora. There's a plethora.
There's a plethora of food here.
There's a plethora of information on the internet if you guys really want to know. So, you need a drink? I need a drink.
I'm dry.
Yeah, I'm dry too. We're gonna pause this.
We're gonna wet our whistle.
We might end right here. So this was a good end of the year pod. We might come back, not sure. Should we? What do you think? We got a good hour and 15 minutes now. Just kidding. There's a lot of editing that I have to do. So let me just pause it.
Thanks for listening. We love you guys.
Did you want to close it then?
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's close it then. So, well, by the time we talk again, it will be 2020. And hopefully Laureezy and I make it. Just kidding, that sounds terrible. Yeah, so if you joined us in 2019, that was a whole other decade ago, motherfuckers. Just kidding. So,
get on the bandwagon.
Get on it. 2020.
Just write it.
2020. We got 2020.
Write it.
Yes.
Right.
So, I totally forgot to, we are the Bodega Cats.
Bodega Cats.
We're fat cats. And I don't know what the hell this is, but for some reason I feel like we should be the one to start it. And then anybody that knows me knows I'm always late. Anybody that knows me and loves me knows I will always be late. So you will get this podcast when you get it, and you'll like it.
And you won't throw a fit.
And you'll like it, and you'll subscribe.
Thumbs up.
And you're going to say, oh, you guys.
I love it all.
Thank you for listening. This has been a good episode, and we will talk again.
Out to 5,000.
Fin.